Hey everyone, welcome back. Continuing with number 5, part C. This question asks us to find the x-coordinate of each point on the curve where the tangent line is vertical. So what does the tangent line being vertical mean? First of all, as a reminder, tangent line has the slope at a point. And if the slope is vertical, that tells us that the slope is undefined. And this up here gives us our slope, right? This is dy dx, or our derivative, and remember the derivative represents slope. So what we're looking for is where this fraction is undefined. And remember, fractions are undefined when their denominators equal 0. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2xy minus x cubed and set it equal to 0, and then solve this. My GCF, or greatest common factor here, is x, so I'm going to factor that out, and then I'm left with 2y minus x squared equals 0. Setting this part equal to 0, I get x equals 0, and then setting this part equal to 0, I get 2y minus x squared equals 0. Now let me solve this for y. So first I'm going to add x squared to both sides, so I get 2y equals x squared. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2, getting y equals x squared over 2. Okay, good. So now I have this and this. So I have to get the full points. So I have to take those values, plug them back into my original equation to get the actual points on the curve. So when x is 0, it would be 0 times y squared minus 0 cubed. I'm just going to keep that as a 0 because 0 cubed is 0 times y equals 6. Now, what do I notice here? Well, 0 times y squared is 0. 0 cubed times y is also 0. So I would get 0 equals 6, which is clearly not true. That tells me that this curve doesn't basically pass through, like there's no point when x is 0. So we are going to exclude that. Now moving on to our other one, our y equals x squared over 2. Let's plug that in and see what we get. So we will get x minus x squared over 2 squared. Remember your parentheses there, it's very important. Minus y cubed times x squared over 2 equals 6. Okay, and I realize I have a small mistake here. I don't know why I wrote this as a minus sign. That should be multiplied, so please ignore that. Okay, moving on. This is going to become x times x to the 4th over 4 minus x to the 5th over 2 equals 6. Okay, moving up here. X times x to the 4th over 4 is going to give me x to the 5th over 4 minus x to the 5th over 2 equals 6. Now I'm going to get a common denominator. I'm going to just turn this into basically multiplying numerator and denominator by 2. So I'm going to get 2x to the 5th over 4. Now subtracting x to the 5th minus 2x to the 5th gives me negative x to the 5th over 4 equals 6. Now multiplying both sides by negative 4, I get x to the 5th equals negative 24. Now I have to 5th root both sides. Remember, I can take the 5th root of a negative number because it is an odd exponent. I cannot take the even root of a negative number. So now let's take the 5th root here and let's take the 5th root here. So then I get x equals the 5th root of negative 24. So this would be the x-coordinate of the point on the curve where the tangent line is vertical. Thanks for watching.